brothers that knew he was Christian, he like people that he wanted more, but he was trying to believe.
Not everybody,
The girl.
yeah. And that's Eve, man.
Yeah.
Why does it matter? Yeah, that's why she was like, let's go. Because she shouldn't even be dealing with you right now. She's trying to deal with the brothers.
He said,
Elijah.
He left.
You hungry? You
I
got
have
food?
respect for y'all. I have respect for
You
you.
good?
Right.
She the one who had me respect.
Yeah.
Right.
But she wasn't listening anyway.
Right.
Because we was like,
She was there to be a
if you
distraction.
can't grow hair, why isn't people? It's like he
Because he
reiterated
was
7
listening at
times.
first.
Right.
Get Mark 4 and 14.
Reiterated like 7 times. It's not about you growing, it's about you cutting when it grows in.
And we just trying to come with the we just trying to encourage our brothers. I wasn't trying to get on them like I was trying to let you know little things like that. When you come into the truth, you got a story, you should have your friends already. He knew the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
He's supposed to be teaching the other brothers.
Exactly.
What's going to happen.
Right. So you come telling you Israelites, our job now is to give you some law, statutes, and commandments. Mark 4 and 14. Mark 4 and 14. Right there.
Book of Mark, chapter 4, verse 14. The sower soweth the word,
Right?
and these are they by the wayside.
Right?
Well,
What's going on? What's up, brother? Lee?
Hold on, she said y'all had something to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, just go, that's my wife. You know, go to the chicken. I didn't eat everything.
The sandwich might be able to smash from the water. How many y'all need?
White guy. White guy.
Yeah, what's wrong with it?
Ask the white guy. Ask the white guy, man. That's how we identify each other, right? They call you black. They call me black. They call them white, right? Ain't such thing as white, man. There's such thing as a black.
You always do that.
Right?
Listen,
Right?
let y'all keep going, because I can hear, I'm listening.
All right,
I'm
brother.
listening.
All right,
Good
brother.
to have knowledge
All right, brother.
and understanding.
All right.
Book of Mark, chapter 4, verse 14. The sower soweth the word,
Right.
and these are they by the wayside,
He's trying to show the word to the brothers. He had many by the wayside all around him. Go ahead.
where the word is sown.
Where the word was being sown. Go ahead.
But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately.
Satan came to educate the Satan in the garden. Satan, what did Satan do? Satan went to Eve. He didn't go to Adam. He knew he wasn't no work. They always go to our women. So that demons hopped on our sisters. He opened up our from the word. Go ahead.
And taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts.
So he couldn't even get no understanding on what we was talking about. You see that? It ain't about what you think. The Lord said it, so you do what the Lord said, man. You see that? And that's the problem. Our people don't want wisdom, man. Wisdom is going to get us out of here, man. The wisdom of the Lord. Give me Isaiah 33:6.
What type of Bible is that?
Huh?
What type of Bible is that?
Is this the real King James?
King James?
Yeah, what kind of Bible you got?
King James.
King James. What's that? What you got? What's that little Bible?
That's a pocket so.
Yeah, the
That's
other
the
one
little
got-
New Testament?
Yes.
It's the whole Bible or New Testament?
New Testament.
That's just New Testament.
Get Proverbs 4 and 5. Start at 5.
The book right there.
Because people trying to figure out, like, what are we supposed to do in these times? Because a lot of people, they understand when the last days. How we going to get out of these situations? Read.
Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. Wisdom and knowledge.
Hey, you can do it. What's going on, brother? Y'all know your nationality? What's your nationality, brother? Haitian? Come look on this chart right here. Right? You believe in the Bible?
No, but
You said of course,
But you
right?
got that discipline.
So where are the Haitians in the Bible? They're not in there, right? The Lord created 18 nations. Everybody got names in the scripture. When did we become the Haitian? That was put on us, right? That's a byword, right? So according to the Bible, the Haitians are the Levites. You're an Israelite from the tribe of Levi, God's chosen people. You see that? You didn't know that. That's the world's best kept secret. Can we prove it to you, brother? Can we prove it? We Deuteronomy 1:1. And by the way, for all these Christians, the Lord said there's no end of the people. So the Lord never did it. They teach you in Christianity that the Lord did away with the Israelites and everybody grafted in. See that? Read this.
Look at Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
You know the story about Moses, right? You believe the Bible. You know about Moses and the Israelites. They brought them out of Egypt. Okay. We're going to give you a quick summary. So Moses is speaking to the Israelites, right? He ain't speaking to everybody. He's talking to Israel. All right? So these are the words that Moses told the Israelites.
28:15.
So you know about this, right? This history. How do we get over here to America? How do we get to America? Yep. Or to the islands? How do we leave from where we were all the way? Did we take the train?
How did I get to Haiti?
American Airlines? How'd you get there? What way of transportation?
Put them in a boat.
There you go, brother. On the ship. Right? That's a fact. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, now all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
The Lord told a specific people, the Israelites, if you break my commandments, that all these curses are going to come upon you. So let's read a curse. This 68.
Deuteronomy 28:68.
Right?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
We just came out of Egypt. What were we doing? What were the Israelites doing in Egypt under Pharaoh? You know that? They were slaves under Pharaoh. Remember the Lord sent Moses to say, let my people go? Right? So the Lord said he's going to bring us into slavery again. All right? Read. We're going to prove that Egypt is slavery.
Look at Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is synonymous with slavery of bondage. Right?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So he said, I'm going to bring you into a new Egypt. All right? A new slavery. Read.
With ships.
With what?
Ships.
This time he said, where in the Bible did they go into captivity on ships? Right. So this was a future prophecy that was going to happen to a people. Can anybody else say they came over here stacked like sardines on slave ships? Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see no more
The
again.
Lord said we wouldn't see our homeland again. We wouldn't see that. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemy.
We would do what?
Be sold unto your enemy.
When we sold on auction blocks from plantation to plantation, that's a fact in history. Right?
For bondmen.
For what?
Bondmen.
And he said you were sold into your enemies. Who were you sold to? The French, right? White people. So the Bible is telling you those are your enemies that you were sold to. Don't they treat us like enemies? We got to march and beg them to stop killing us. You see that? Give me another verse.
48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
32. 32.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
See, that's in the scripture. The Lord said as a curse for breaking his commandments, our sons and daughters will be given to somebody else. That's why you think you're Haitian though. You see that? You don't know that you're Israelite from the tribe of Levi. You see that? Yeah.
Thine eyes shall look and bear with longing for them all the day long. There shall be no might in thine hand.
There wasn't nothing we can do to get our children back. You see that? So we're showing you out of the Bible that you're an Israelite, brother. You're not a Haitian. That's a byword. Give me that.
Deuteronomy 28:37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
A byword is being called outside your God-given nationality. That's why we got the chart up here, because our people think they all these bywords, and we have to teach them. Right. Give me Hosea 1 and 10. And this is Bible prophecy. We're in the last days. So the Lord has raised up his men to come back, to bring the truth to his people. We are known as the lost sheep. Right? We're the lost sheep of the house of Israel because we don't know we're the real people of the book. Now we think this is Jesus, and the so-called white people are the real Jews. You see that? Read that.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 1, verse 10. Yet the numbers of the children of Israel should be as the sand of the sea.
The Lord said we are the sand of the sea. Can you go to each beach and count each grain of sand? Read.
Which cannot be measured.
That's these people, these 12 tribes. They didn't want us to know that we're the same people. Go ahead.
Which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it should come to pass that in your place where it is said to them, ye are not my people.
This is the place where it was said that we not God's people. They say we the Gentiles. We niggas. We black people. We Haitian. We African American. You see that? Read.
There it should be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
Brother, we showing you that we are the sons of the living God, according to the Bible. You see that? Do you believe that that makes sense? Can the Chinese man read what we just read and relate to that? Can the white man be like, oh, our forefathers went into slavery on ship? They can't. Nobody can relate to this Bible. They stole our records. All right, bring this out.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter
So
7.
let me ask you another question. Are we all equal? Because we marching and begging to be equal to these. Look, are you equal to these people? No, right? Read this.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Remember, Deuteronomy talking to Israel. He's talking to you, brother. We are holy. Holy means separate. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Above all,
below.
Above
Above.
all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So we above all people upon the face of the earth. So why are we begging to be equal to people we better than? Don't we look better? Right. Yeah. Hey, but we can show you all that in the scripture. The Lord already said all of this is a part of us getting salvation and the Lord destroying this place and setting us up as the kings of the earth. This right here, I'm gonna show you. Give me Revelation 1 and 14. Because all over the world, you know, this guy kind of hanging around. The whole world thinks it's the Messiah, right?
Man, that was
Who is this,
good.
brother? Who is this man?
Say not Jesus.
Who is this? Who is this, sister? Jesus? Give me 2 minutes. You got 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Because they said it's Jesus. You see that?
That's not Jesus.
Well, we know that, but I'm just saying our people think this is him.
Nah, that was made up to control slavery. Like,
Right.
Black people couldn't.
I see the brother knows something. The brother got some knowledge.
Absolutely.
But you see, a lot of our people don't know that.
So you do understand that you are an Israelite.
What? I don't know about all this, but all I know is God is not a white man.
Right.
Jesus is not a white man, you know. Slavery, and we came in the world first, man.
Right, but we showing you.
Where white people come from.
Right, we can show you that too. All right, we can show you where the devil
It's
came
funny
from.
when white people be like, oh yeah, black people are not like, we're not humans, we're not equal, whatever.
Right, but what does hue mean? Literally,
Bro, listen,
if you look up the definition of
People don't even know what
hue, hue is color. They lack color and pigment. So they're not hue.
From here the word says,
That's why
mankind.
under the sun, you know, they just survive like that. Like,
All right, we're gonna play a game, all right? If this man gets 3 strikes, he's out of it. Because our people in the whole world think this is Jesus. All right? We're gonna read the record that was left of the Messiah and see if he looks like this guy. And we're gonna show you this is an actual man in history. You can get to the point, look at 14. I'm gonna show you. His name is Caesar Borgia. Second son of Rodrigo Borgia. He was the Pope of Rome. Pope of 6. Yep. He had Leonardo da Vinci paint his image during the Renaissance. Right, I'm about to show you something. Read this.
Book of Revelation chapter 1 verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Now, hold on now. Now, they gave 2 characteristics, texture and color. So the Messiah's head, the hair on his head and the hairs on his beard were white and woolly, like this elder. Who has woolly hair on the earth? This is doggy, stringy, straight hair. That's right. So that's straight too. Go ahead.
As white as snow.
Uh-huh.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Read.
And his feet.
His what?
Feet.
I'm looking at your feet, sister. Your feet the same color as the rest of your body. Go ahead.
Like unto fine brass.
What is brass? What color is brass? It's a derivative of brown. That's a fact. Go ahead.
As if they burned in the furnace.
As if they what?
Burned in the furnace.
If you burn anything in the furnace, what happens? If you burn white rice, it's gonna be black. So where did they get this guy from? You see that? This man is out. So is this Jesus' brother? No, look like you. World's best kept secret. You see that? The people of the book don't look like this guy, man. You see that? Give me Hebrews 7 and 14. What's your father? What's your father? Would he be a so-called African American? Look on this side right here. So-called American blacks are from the tribe of Judah. You're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. God's chosen people. Right? Read this. Let me show you who else came out of Judah.
This is Hebrews chapter 7, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
For it is evident that our Lord offspring out of Judah.
So the Messiah, Yahweh Shai, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus, he's from the tribe of Judah. You got the same blood running through your vein as the Messiah, man. Right? So if he looks like you, what does his people look like? Jeremiah 14:2. Because everybody got this book. Pastor got it in the church. Everybody got this book, right? But for some reason, we're being taught something different than what's in it. That's why people think this is the white man book. But the words will never change things. That's why they say you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in the book. Because niggas ain't going to read. They knew he wasn't going to read. But the Lord had him confounded because he was going to send his man to teach us the truth in the last day. Reach this.
Look at Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof.
So the real Jews are supposed to be in mourning. They're not supposed to own all the NBA teams and NFL teams. They're not supposed to own all the banks. They're not supposed to be in the land over there. They're not supposed to get $1 million when they turn 18 for reparation from the fake Holocaust. Right? This is the real Holocaust. Hundreds of millions of our people being slaughtered. You see that? But we don't get no reparation. The real Jews are in mourning, man. They begging for them to stop killing them in the streets. They're in the ghettos. Go ahead.
The gates thereof language.
The gates are your leadership. Our leadership is language. We ain't got nothing but a bunch of coons. Right? That's furthering our oppression. T.D. Jakes, Al Sharpton, right? Jesse Jackson. All these men are fake, false prophets, man, that's set up by the white man to keep us asleep so they can continue to rule over us. In exchange, they get a seat, they get a position, and they get money in this world. We can read about coons in the scriptures, right? All right, you had coons in the scriptures, read.
They are black.
No, they white.
They are black.
Hold on, the real Jews are black. Go ahead.
Unto the ground.
Why are they black unto the ground? Because Genesis 2:7 said the Lord formed man from the dust of the ground. The deeper you go in the dirt, the darker it gets. You're not going to get this. You can't get this out of that, right? Every color starts at black. Even when you go on your TV and try to pick the color, the hue starts at black, and all colors come from that. Two white people can't make nothing. You see that? So what we're showing you is, brother, we the people of the book, right? All right, go. Give me. I'm gonna show it to you. Give me Deuteronomy 28:15. Cause do y'all know why this happened to us? Y'all know why if we better than everybody, if we smarter than everybody, we look better, right? We got this popping melanin. All right, we the best singers, best athletes. Ain't nobody stronger than us, right? We do everything better. Why we on the bottom? Why we don't got nothing? Right? Why they trying to tell us we 3/5 of a human being? Read what you got.
Look at Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, and thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So the Lord is talking to the Israelites. Moses is speaking to the Israelites. We just came out of Egypt under Pharaoh in slavery. The Lord said, let my people go. He delivered us out of Egypt with a mighty hand. Now he gave us laws, statutes, and commandments. He said, if you break my commandments, go ahead.
To the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day. All these curses.
All these what?
Curses.
All these good things.
Curses.
The real people of God were going to fall under the curses if they broke the commandments. Go ahead.
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
These curses were going to overtake us. Let's see if the white man fits these curses.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
How we live in the cities? How do we live in the cities of America? In the cities of Haiti? In the cities over there in the UK? Wherever we are? How do we live? We're getting shot down in the streets. Last hire, first fire. Go ahead.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
We cursed in the work field. We cursed in the education field. Go ahead.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword.
A proverb. We proverbs and bywords. We niggas. We African Americans, 2 damn continents. Right? We Haitians. We Jamaicans, West Indians. Go ahead.
Among and bywords among all nations where the Lord shall lead thee.
Among all nations. So you got the Chinaman in our neighborhood. He don't live where we live, but he's selling us our women hair, doing their nails. They feeding us Chinese food, all those abominable foods. You got the East Indian man selling us lucid cigarettes and tobacco at our corner store. You got the African man in your store. And I'm gonna show you we're not African. All right? We're not Hamites. Read this.
46. They shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
These curses that we're reading in the Bible are upon us for a sign and for a wonder. A sign, that sign says through third bank. That let me know I can go there and do banking. These curses let you know who God's people are. It's a sign, and a wonder means to make you think, damn, I ain't black, my shirt black. That's a damn color out of crayon box. You can't take a flight to the land of black. You see that? Go ahead.
and upon thy seeds forever.
2020, forever. These curses are still upon us. Go ahead.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
We're going to serve who?
Thine enemies,
The Lord said as a curse, we got to serve our enemies. Go ahead.
which the Lord shall send against thee, and hunger,
Ask you a question. Where you got to go? You got some bags. Where you go? Because you got some food, right? Where'd you go? Publix, Walmart, McDonald's. We own these places. Do we own these corporations? No, we got to serve our enemies. You get your check, you give it right back to them to survive. That's serving your enemy. Go ahead.
and in thirst,
And thirst. If you want something to drink, man, water free. That's why you paying for it. Because you're under the curses. You got to trust that this water is clean in this bottle. Go ahead.
and in nakedness,
Nakedness with clothes. We don't own no textile mills. We gotta go spend our money with our enemies to put clothes on our back. Go ahead.
and in want of all
The
things.
Lord said no matter what you want in this world, you gotta go to your enemy. Right? You want a driver's license, you want a damn education, you gotta go to his school system and learn whatever he wants to teach you. You see that? Go ahead.
He shall put a yoke of iron upon thy
He
neck.
shall do what?
Put a yoke of iron upon thy
Who
neck.
had yokes of iron on their neck? We did. That's a fact. So who's the people of God? Us, because we fit the curses. Go ahead.
Until he hath destroyed thee.
Now we don't got chains on no more because we destroyed. He said we would have yokes of iron on our necks until we've been destroyed. Now you got a bunch of niggas walking up and down to and fro, lost. Don't know who they are. Want to be a damn American. Read this. Read another prophecy, 49 and 11.
This is the book of Psalms 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is that their house shall continue forever,
These people think this gonna last forever. Go ahead.
and their dwelling places to all
Give me the word, brother. Go
to
ahead.
all generations. They call them lands after their own name.
What did the Lord say they were gonna do?
They call their lands after their own name.
The Bible said that they were gonna call their lands after their own name. So now you a damn American. America was named after a white man named Amerigo Vespucci. You descend from a white man, brother. Africa is named after another white man, Leo Scipio Africanus, who defeated Hannibal in the Second Punic War. That land in the Bible is known as Ham. So now you read the Bible, you don't know who the Moabites are, who the Canaanites, who the Edomites, because you don't find America, Africans, Chinese, you don't find these terms in the scriptures because they named the lands after their own name, then they put them on you. Now, you call yourself too right, and these people sit, give me Psalms 83 and 1. These people sit in the UN, when they have these meetings in the United Nations, who speaks on our behalf? We don't have a seat there. The white man speaks on our behalf. Every nation is set up in the UN to talk about business of the world, but we don't have a seat there. You see that? They sit in those rooms, and this is what they're talking about. This is crafty counsel.
Psalms 83 and 1. Keep not thy silence, O God.
This is our forefather, King David, right? He's praying to the Most High, and he's telling the Most High to keep not thy silence, right? Don't sit back and watch this happen to us. Read.
Hold not thy peace, and be not silent. Be not still, O God. For lo, thy enemies.
Thy what?
Thy enemies.
We got enemies. The Bible keeps talking about the enemies of the Most High. Thy enemies what?
Make a tumult.
A tumult.
In
A tumult is an uprising, a noisy gathering. So these damn heathens, these other nations, they making a lot of noise out here, man. They causing trouble. Read.
and they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
The people that hate us, they lift up the head. Lift up the head meaning these people got proud. The white man's so proud now, he look down on you, he call you a nigga. You see that? He already stole every damn thing from you. You see that? He already stole your nationality. He stole the Messiah from you, gave you this guy. And they ain't want to treat you bad. They ain't want to shoot you in the street. Now the prison system is full of our people. Mass incarceration. They proud, read.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
So these are two parties. Somebody's taking a secret counsel against God's people. A crafty counsel is secret. If me and this brother is taking crafty counsel against you, you don't know about it. It's kind of going on behind closed doors. That's what they do in these meetings. They have crafty counsel on how to keep us in the dark, not knowing who we are. And it's going to tell you that, read.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
We the hidden ones. We the ones that we Puerto Rican, Dominican, Black, African American, read.
They have said,
What they say?
they have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation.
This is what these damn nations say. They said we got to cut these people off from being a nation. We got to separate these people. Go ahead.
That the name of Israel may not be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Now that's fulfilled in the prophecy, 2001 and 3. Now, and we ain't Israelites no more. Israel means, it's Yasha'al in the Hebrew. It means prince that has power with God. You see that? Now we, Leo Scipio Africanus in America best speak to white men. Not princes of the power. Not princesses of the power no more. We was cut off. They set this up. That's why they took some of you and separated put you on the island. Took some of you, brought you to America. Took some of you and brought you to the Dominican Republic. You see that? To cut you off. Go ahead.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
So they have consulted together with one consent. Now these people fight over everything. China and America, they fight over trade. Right? They don't get along with everything. But one thing they all came together to agree on, we got to let these people, we can't let them know who they are. Go ahead.
They are confederate against thee. The tabernacle of Edom.
He about to name them. The tabernacles of Edom. You know who Edom is? The Edomites. The Edomites, the so-called white man. He's the #1 culprit spirit. Go ahead.
The Ishmaelites.
The Ishmaelites are the Arabs. You heard about the sub-Saharan slave trade? It was in captivity under the Arabs. Go ahead.
Mold.
That's why the Arabs hate you. That's why they pushing our women around in the store. You see how they treat us on the internet? Right? The Arab and who else?
And the Hagarites.
And the Moabites?
The Moabites.
Moabites are the Chinese. Go ahead.
The Hagarites.
The Hagarites are the African nation. Go ahead. The Bar.
The Bar.
All right.
The Amorites. The Amorites.
Amalek.
And
Amalek is the so-called Jewish today. He's the grandson of Esau. The Amalekites. That's over there acting like they us. That's why they Jewish. The suffix ish means to pertain to. If I say your shirt is greenish, is it green? You don't find Jewish in the Torah. That's Judah. The Jews are short for the tribe of Judah. It was a split between the northern kingdom, Ephraim on down, and the southern kingdom. Levi and Benjamin came to Judah, and they became the southern kingdom. So when you read the New Testament, when they're talking about the Jews, they're talking about the southern kingdom. Go ahead.
the Philistine with the inhabitant of Tyre.
There you go. So all these nations have came, and now I want to show you that we're not African. Get that in the country. And I'm going to show you that they know we're not no damn African. We don't act like Africans, right? We don't drink blood. We don't look like them. We got a whole different phenotype. We different just because everybody on the earth was dark, right? You don't see nobody that look like this to Genesis, the 25th chapter. All right, let me prove it. Read this.
Bible, non-written Bible contract.
All praise. Hey, get a flyer, man. And look into this, all right?
Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96
you're
years.
Israelite. All right. So you're talking about Ham, all right? Ham is the father of the so-called Africans. Read.
The youngest son of Noah, probably born about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races.
So Ham is the progenitor of the dark people on the earth. Go ahead.
Not the Negroes.
But what?
Not the
But
Negroes.
he ain't the father of the Negroes. Who are the Negroes? Us. Right? So we dark, the Chinaman and the Japanese, they looking like, they ain't the same people. Hey, you go into the store, man, you'll see an East Indian man darker than you. They call themselves black. They got that straight hair and they know they not black. Everybody have melanin except the so-called white man. You see that because he's red. Look at the man with the bandana. Turn around. Go ahead. Ain't he red? Is he white? Just like we not black, they not white. That man is very red, and we're gonna show you who they are.
Not the Negroes, but the Egyptians.
But the who?
The
The
Egyptians.
Egyptians, they African.
Ethiopians.
They African.
Libyans.
They African.
Canaanites.
We not African. We come from Shem. Hold on, read this.
This is Exodus 11th chapter, 7th verse. But against any of the children of Israel
We the children of Israel. Go ahead.
shall not a dog move his tongue
Uh-huh.
against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord does put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Lord put a difference between the Africans and the Israelites. In Deuteronomy 14:2. The Lord put a difference between the nations of people, man. All this, we all equal, we all the same, we not the same. Right? The Lord don't love everybody. How are we gonna show you that? Read this.
This is Deuteronomy 14 chapter.
Is everybody equal? We're not, right? Y'all even know that. Read it. But these people right here try to tell you we are. Right? Because they want to be like you.
It's Deuteronomy.
Hold on. Excuse me, Esau. Excuse me, guys. Is everybody equal? Get your dad. Get your dad. Hey, Esau.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, what about y'all? Hey, get him. Get your husband. Is everybody equal? See that? Read this. Give me Psalm 50:83.
It's Deuteronomy 14 chapter, the 2nd verse.
And they're gonna be first in church tomorrow morning. Read this.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Hey, the Lord say we holy. Holy in the Hebrew is kadash, means you separate. Go ahead.
And the Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a peculiar people.
The Lord chose us to be a peculiar people. We're not supposed to be like every damn body else. Go ahead.
Unto himself, above all
No,
nations.
hold on. You read that wrong. We equal to all nations.
Above all nations.
No, we below all nations.
Above all nations that are on the face of the earth.
We above everybody, man.
Right.
That's why we better at everything.
Right.
So, you read this.
Book of
You ask the
Psalms.
white man, he gonna tell you a lie. That's why.
Book of Psalms chapter 58 verse 3.
Uh-huh.
The wicked are estranged from the womb.
The who?
The wicked are estranged from the womb.
And the Lord said the wicked, they are strange as soon as they come out their mama's womb. Read.
They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Speaking what?
Lies.
As soon as the white man is born, he speak lies, man. All this, nothing but lies. All these religions our people in. Hey, y'all believe in the Bible? Y'all believe in the Bible? Y'all Christians? You ain't Christian, y'all just believe in the Bible? What's your nationality, brother? Let me ask that one. What's your nationality? What's your ethnicity? Jamaica? Right. It's Benjamin right there. You see that? So, what does that mean? What does Jamaica mean? Yeah, what does that mean? It means a land of wood and water, right? Are you a land of wood and water? But I'm asking you, are you a land of wood and water? Brother, you're not a land of wood and water. I'm looking at you. There's water behind you. You see that? Listen, brother, they told us we were Jamaican. Where are the Jamaicans in the scriptures? Where are the Jamaicans in the scriptures? You see that? You're not a Jamaican, brother. That name was put on you by your oppressor. You see that? Rick, give me what you got. I'm gonna show you who you really are, all right? Give me 2 minutes. All right, give me Deuteronomy 20:16. You just gonna keep on being a Jamaican? You tell me you believe in the Bible. You see
Might
that?
not get the next
Give me
time.
Hosea 4:6. Hurry up. Give me Zechariah 7:11. Hosea 4:6. All right, y'all Israelites, all right? I'll praise the Most High.
Book of Zechariah chapter 7 verse 11.
Read it strong. Read it.
But they refuse to hearken
The brother refused to hearken. He wanted to be a piece of land, of wood and water. Go ahead.
and pulled away the shoulder
He pulled away, and he didn't do it. The women made him leave. He was listening. Go ahead.
and stopped their ears.
What did they do?
Stopped their
They
ears
stop. Our people stop their ears. Go ahead.
that they should not hear.
Because they don't want to hear it. Go ahead.
Yea, they made their hearts as adamant stone.
That's how we got in this position, man. Not want to hear the word of the Lord, man. If we was up here with some blunts, some girls up here twerking, shaking their ass, right? If we had some damn Jay-Z tickets up here, everybody would be up here, man. I promise you. And they whole family, they would have came up, walked up, they would have got in a single file line, right? And they would have did whatever we told them to do to get the ticket. If I'm lying, I'm fine, man. You see that? Read this. 4:6. Right? Because you got a grown man with a wife and children, and he was proud. He literally said he was a piece of wood and water in front of his children, man. These are the men that's raising us up, man, and they wonder why we destroyed. Go ahead.
Book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
What did the Lord say?
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
The Bible says that we are destroyed because we lack knowledge, man. He couldn't just sit there and say, I don't know, brother, teach me. That would have been humble. But since he was so proud, he had to agree that he was a piece of wood and water, man. Just to not feel embarrassed in front of his family, man. A proud Jamaican, man. That's why the Lord said, the pride of thine heart has deceived you. Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
The Lord will reject you because he sent you men to come and teach you, man. And the Lord said, you rejected my servants, man. Because I set them up to bring you the knowledge and the understanding and to bring you the truth and tear down those strongholds and those lies, man. But you said, nah, you rather go slide down a little bit and look at the water. They just wanted to get away from work. Because they still right here. They just went down a little bit so we can leave them alone. Jake want to be left alone on Saturday, man. He want to enjoy his day, man. But we out here to ruin your day, man. Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou should be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
There you go. That's the key point. Brother forgot the Most High and he forgot the law.
I will also forget thy children.
You see that? So everybody say they believe in the Bible until you open it up and start reading the words of the Bible. You see that? How you doing, Elder? How you doing? Y'all know y'all nationality? You ain't gonna teach me nothing, little nigga.
Book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 18.
Read.
The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love.
And what?
Wisdom obtaineth his love.
Hey, the way you connect with the Most High, you gotta receive correction and get wisdom, man. You gotta fear the Lord, man. Go ahead.
The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life.
The what?
The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life.
That's what that's the problem people have with the Israelites. We be going into this law, man. But that's the doctrine of life. And that's what our people hate. They will not hear the law of the Lord, man.
And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
See that?
The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law.
Read that again, hold on, read that again.
The fear of the Lord is all wisdom.
The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, read.
And in all wisdom is the performance of the law.
And all wisdom is the performance of the law. Your obedience, keeping the commandments that the Lord told you to keep. That's all wisdom.
Right.
Read this.
Isaiah 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge should be thy stability of thy time, and strength of salvation.
So the Lord said wisdom and knowledge is the stability, man. You know the times you're living in. You're living in the last days, right? Your stability is the wisdom of these scriptures. You got to know what's going on, man. You got to know what the Lord requires of you. Go ahead.
And strength of salvation.
That's our strength of salvation, man. Wisdom. You see that? And he just told you wisdom is the performance of the law. There's more on that? Go ahead.
The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Right. Give me Proverbs 4, chapter 1, verse 5. Go ahead.
Book of Sirach, chapter 1, verse 25. The parable of knowledge are in the treasure of wisdom, but godliness is an abomination to a sinner.
We'll read that again.
The parables of knowledge are in the treasures of wisdom, but godliness is an abomination to a sinner.
Hey, godliness is an abomination to a sinner, man. Hey, man, you tell a brother to stop shaving his beard out, he make every excuse not to do it.
Right.
Because it's an abomination unto him, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
If thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments.
If you want wisdom, what do you got to do?
Keep the commandments.
To understand the scriptures, what do you got to do?
Keep the commandments.
You got to keep the commandments. You got to do what the Lord said, man. You can't ask your father to do something for you and you ain't doing nothing he said. Talking about, I pray every day. You pray every day, you an abomination to the Lord. Bring this up.
This is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 5. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not,
And the Lord said, do what? Get wisdom and get understanding. And when you get it, don't forget it. Go ahead.
Neither decline thy words of my mouth. Forsake her
And
not.
the Lord said, neither decline the words of his mouth. So when people out here reading the Bible to you, breaking down the scripture, you ain't rejecting us. You rejecting the word, because we not speaking our own words. You know, we ain't got a damn, what they call altar up here. We got nobody on the organ over here on the side, right? And we kind of telling you something smooth. We're trying to make you feel good. We're not telling you that the Lord told us to tell you nothing. No, we reading literally word for word verbatim out of the scripture. Go ahead.
Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing.
Wisdom is what?
Wisdom is the principal thing.
Wisdom is the main thing, man. It's very important to get wisdom. Go ahead.
Therefore, get wisdom.
Hey, go ahead and get your wisdom. Go ahead.
And with all thy getting, get understanding.
But you got to get understanding. It's a lot of wisdom out here in the world, man. It's a lot of knowledge. It's a lot of philosophies, right? But the Lord said, get understanding, man. Okay? Read what you got.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
What did the Lord teach us?
Statutes and
The
judgments.
Lord told us statutes and judgments. Go ahead.
Even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither thee go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them.
Hold on. Slow down. Read that part again.
Keep therefore and do them.
And the Lord said, keep, therefore, and do them. Do is an action word, man. You don't just read it and just know what it's saying. You don't do it. Go ahead.
For this is your wisdom.
Hold on. What's your wisdom? Keeping the commandments, man. If you keep the commandments, you wise. Go ahead.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nation.
What's up, brother? You know your nationality?
Much as I need to.
What is it?
I'm black, African American.
Look at your pants. What color your pants?
Black.
Look at your arm.
Black.
How can your skin and your pants be the same color? Brother, you colorblind? See, and Jake is proud. He was cut. He know it. He was cut. You're an Israelite, brother.
Right.
You're a king.
Right.
Read this. Go ahead. Read it. Go back. Finish up.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and understanding.
See, that's why the brother don't understand, because you don't keep the commandments. He lacked the wisdom. Wisdom is very important, man. Go ahead.
For this is your wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations.
This is our wisdom and understanding in the sight of all these nations, man. You see that? What's up, brother? Come talk to me, man. Give me 2 minutes.
I don't have a moment right now.
Give me 1 minute, brother. 50 seconds.
I don't have a moment, but
All right, King. All right, be safe, brother.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding
Hey, see,
people.
that's what they say, man, when they see you in order and keeping the commandments. Right? This is our wisdom in the sight of them. This is what they job to keep us away from. The wisdom of the truth. The knowledge that we the Israelites and that we got to keep the commandments.
For,
Go ahead.
for what nation is there so great? Who hath God so nigh unto them?
What nation is so great but the Lord wanted close to him? Go ahead.
As the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for.
See that? That's why they used to come to the nations. That's why they always say, oh, you're God.
I got one.
Right? Go ahead.
And what nation is there so great that has statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day?
See, they don't got law, statutes, and commandments. They kind of winging it. They kind of do their own thing. They copy off of us. You got the fake Muslims, man. Right? They want to take some of our book, you know what I mean, and be like us. Why? Because they know the law, statutes, and commandments is how you get your nation in order. You see that? But the Lord chose us, and as an inheritance, he gave us law, statutes, and commandments. It's Sirach 6:22. It's Sirach 6:22. Right?
Look at Sirach chapter 6, verse 22. For wisdom is according to her name. Keep on. And she is not manifest unto many.
See, this wisdom, the Lord don't just give wisdom to anybody, man. Read that again, man. You know, that's a short little precept, but it's deep, man.
For wisdom is according to her name,
Right.
and she is not manifest unto many.
14. And she not manifest to many, man. The Lord don't just give this wisdom just freely out to anybody, man. You see that? Go ahead, read this right here. What you got?
This is Psalms 25 and 14.
What's up, brother? You know your nationality, brother? What's your nationality, bro? Too cool for school, man. Go, read this, man.
So-
And we don't believe you, brother.
Psalms 25, 14.
Go
The
ahead.
secret of the Lord is with them that fear him.
Where's the secret of the Lord?
The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him.
Hey, the secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, man. It's all right, 4:11. Right? Hey, you gotta fear the Lord, man. You see that? Go ahead.
And he will show them his covenant.
He will do what?
He will show them his covenant.
Hey, the Lord gonna show you things, man. All right. So if you don't fear the Lord, man, you don't know the secrets. You don't understand the mysteries, man. And if you not keeping the commandments, you don't fear the Lord. So this Bible is all one cohesive book saying the same thing. Everything goes hand in hand. Everything goes back to the law, statutes, and commandments and doing the will of the Lord.
What precept is this?
I said, it's all right, 4 and 11.
Yeah, before that.
What I read already?
Yeah, what he read.
25 and 14.
Okay. Book of Sirach, chapter 4, verse 11. Wisdom exalt her children, and layeth hold of them that seek her. He that loveth her loveth life.
Hey, if you love the wisdom, that means you love life, right? Because that is life, man. That's how you live, by keeping the commandments. And the way you die is by breaking the commandments. Go ahead.
And they that seek her early shall be filled with joy.
Right.
He that holdeth her fast shall inherit glory.
See that?
And-
he that hold her fast is going to inherit glory, man. Go ahead.
And wheresoever she entereth, the Lord will bless.
And wherever wisdom go, the Lord gonna bless. If you accept the wisdom of the Most High and you keep it in you, the Lord gonna bless you, man. Meaning what? You're gonna get the kingdom of heaven. All right, bring this out. 29 and 11.
This is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 11. And the vision of all is become unto you as the word of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee.
Right?
And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed.
Because it's sealed. Because it's a secret, man. It ain't for everybody. So one man, you bring it to the one. You go to pastor, you say, pastor, you say God loves everybody, but what's this scripture right here say? He can't do it, man. He got to start back, walking in. You know what I'm saying? Moonwalking in, filibustering in, sliding to the left and sliding to the right. You see that? He can't really give you no real understanding and make it make sense. Because it's sealed unto him, man. That's why he said, I can't. It is sealed. Go ahead.
Verse 12, and the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee.
Hey, you take it to somebody who is not learned. There's a lot of people who say, I really never got into it, like the brother, right? He never really got into the scripture. You can't give it to that man either. He can't break it down. He said, bro, I never read it. What he gonna say?
And he said, I am not learned.
He gonna tell you, bro, I ain't never read the Bible. I don't really know about it. And that's a more humble thing to do. Go ahead.
13, wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their lips and with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their hearts far from me.
So the Lord said, our people do a lot of lip service. You know, you kind of put on the appearance that you know the Bible and that you hold it. You go to church every Sunday, but your mind is far from the Lord because you don't really understand the Lord got to give it to you. It ain't nothing you can choose to do, man. You ain't really got the true wisdom. Bring your precept out. 3:28.
Book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 28. But they were destroyed because they had no wisdom and perished through their own foolishness.
And the Lord said they were destroyed because they had no wisdom and perished through what?
Perished through their own foolishness.
And they perished through their own foolishness, man. What does that mean? They perished through their own foolishness. They had no knowledge. All right, let's go get a precept. Reach precept.
This is 1 Samuel 13, verse 13. And Samuel said unto Saul, thou hast done foolishly.
Thou hast done what?
Thou hast done foolishly,
Saul done foolishly. Read.
Thou hast not kept the commandment of the Lord.
What is foolishness?
Thou hast not kept the commandment of the Lord thy God.
You perish being a damn fool when you don't keep the commandments.
Right.
Hey, you a fool when you try to justify eating pork. You a fool when you try to argue and figure out why I got to keep my beard or not. That's not being wise, man. You don't fear the Lord. Read that again, man. Go read it from the top. That's a powerful precept.
1 Samuel 13:13. And Samuel said unto Saul, Thou hast done foolishly. Thou hast not kept the commandment of the Lord thy God, which he commanded thee.
The Lord commanded Saul to go and destroy the Amalekites, man, to go destroy the nation. And he didn't do it. That was foolish, man. The Lord told you to keep the Sabbath day. The Lord told you to keep the Sabbath day holy. You're a fool if you don't do it, man. The Lord told you to put fringes on your garment. You're a fool if you don't do it, man. Right? And the Lord told you to love thy brother as you love yourself. You're a fool if you don't do it, man. Go ahead.
Which he had commanded thee. For now would the Lord have established thy kingdom upon Israel forever.
See that? That's it on that. 8:3.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 8 verse 3.
6. Start at 6.
8 verse 6.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 8 verse 6. Therefore thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways,
Right.
and to fear him.
How many times do you read the Bible, the Lord saying the same thing? You see that? To keep the commandments and to fear, and to do what? Keep the commandments and what?
And to fear him.
And to do what?
Fear him.
How do you fear the Lord? Sister, you fear the Lord? Give me Psalm 119, 120. Brother, you fear the Lord? Huh? Brother don't fear the Lord. Brother over here inebriated. Go ahead.
Fear him. For the Lord thy God bringeth thee into a good land, and land of brooks of water, and fountains and depths that spring out of valleys and hills.
Hey, that water is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man, on the spiritual level. It ain't just physical. When you're in captivity and you don't got that, your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is personified by the waters, man. Read this.
This is Psalms.
Because everybody say they fear the Lord, man, but we don't really understand what the fear of the Lord is. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 119, verse 120. My flesh trembleth for fear of thee, and I am
Read that
afraid.
again. I'm sorry, it's like
My flesh trembleth for fear of thee,
my flesh trembleth from fear of the Most High, man. Go ahead.
and I am afraid of thy judgment.
We afraid of what?
I am afraid of thy judgment.
Because that's the Most High, man. The Most High brings judgment. That's why you're supposed to fear him, man. Because the Lord made this happen, man. The Lord is great and terrible in his power, man. Go ahead. All right, come. 5:32.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 5 verse 32. Ye shall observe to do therefore as the Lord your God has commanded you.
Therefore, do what the Lord commands you to do, man. Go ahead.
Ye shall not turn aside to the right hand or to the left.
Hey, turning aside to the right and to the left is, you know, you kind of got past over here telling you, hey, man, you ain't got to really, you can just pray over the pork. You kind of going to the, because you read it yourself what it said, and you kind of going to the side to the right. You see that?
That's also like the parable Yahweh gave, like that narrow gate.
Con, that's the point.
Right.
Because, hey, the kingdom of heaven is narrow, man. It's straight and narrow, man. Ain't no dipping off to the side and over here, man. Go ahead.
Ye shall walk in all the ways which the Lord your God hath commanded you, that ye may live, and that it may be well
That's
with
the key
you.
word, that you may live, and it's gonna be well with you, man. That's why the Lord said he gave us law, statutes, and commandments to keep for our own good, because that was going to give us life, man. Go ahead.
And that it may be well with you, and that ye may prolong your days in the land which ye shall possess.
That in the land which you shall possess. That's, what was that? 6?
I was 5 and 32.
So that's what gives us life, man. Doing what the Lord, because the Lord is the power over life and death, man. But he gave you the choice, man. Give me Jeremiah 8:3. Jeremiah 8:3. Brother say he ain't got time today, but he ain't going. He just over there too. See that? Right. And he can come wait right here and hear the word. Yeah, that's our job, to mess up people's day.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 8, verse 3. And death shall be chosen.
And what?
And death shall be chosen rather than life.
Hey, the Lord said death shall be chosen rather than life, man. Right? What does that mean? When you choose to not keep the commandment, to not come back into this truth, right? To reject the word of the Lord, you choosing death, man. Because life is, we just read it, man. Keeping the commandments. Go ahead.
And death shall be chosen rather than life by all the residents of them that remaineth of this evil family,
Right?
which remaineth in all the places whither I have driven them, said the Lord of hosts.
Where the Lord driven us into captivity in all these nations. The Lord said if you remain in their philosophies and in that place, you choosing death. Go ahead. What's up, brother? You know your nationality? Too cool for school. Read this.
Book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 13.
Right?
Enter ye.
Shalom, brother. How you doing, man? You all right?
Yeah.
You know your nationality, man? What's your nationality? Why you can't look at me? I'm your brother, man. See that? Go ahead, man.
Book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 13.
Brother's scared to look and make eye contact, man. That's how you know the spirit's strong up here, man. Right? If we weren't out here with the Bibles open, man, it wouldn't be a problem. If we were just kind of sitting up there hanging out and I said something to him, he'd have stopped, turned around, you know what I mean, and see what I had to say. But this word is open up here, man, and we got to understand that, man. This is spiritual, man. Go ahead.
Matthew 7 and 13.
Start at 12.
12. Therefore all things whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them. For this is the law and the prophets. Enter ye in at the straight gate.
Enter where?
Enter ye in at the straight gate.
Hey, we supposed to be entering in the straight gate, right? That wide gate is comfortable, man. It's kind of uncomfortable, man, when you go through the straight gate. You know, you kind of squeezing through there. Ain't no room, ain't no elbow room. You know, you barely making it. You tiptoeing. Go ahead.
For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Hey, broad is and wide is going to lead you to destruction, man. Go ahead.
And many there.
What's up, brother? How you doing? You know your nationality? Can you talk to me for 2 minutes? You ain't got no time? You got a big... Brother, I ain't your enemy, man. I just want to talk to you. You know, hey, the Most High on some gangster shit. You see that? You ain't no gangster, man. You ain't no gangster, bro. Hey, we the men of the Lord, man. You what? Hey, give me Deuteronomy 32 and 39. Hey, you ain't no killer, man. All right? You a docile, weak, effeminate brother that's lost. Read this.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 9.
Hey, because Jake said he a killer, man. Read this, man.
You said 32 and 9?
32 and 39.
Oh, 39. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 39.
Uh-huh.
See now that I, even I, am he.
Right.
There is no God with me.
Right.
I kill.
I do what?
I kill.
Who killed? The Most High kill, man. Read.
And I make alive.
The Most High kill and he make alive, man. So Jake is deceived, man. Right? Give me Colossians 2 and 8. Go ahead.
Like this.
Nah, will you read that again? Jake talking about I'm gonna kill him. He ain't no killer, man. You might get killed tonight, man. Hey, the Lord might send a cruel messenger, man, and put you to death, man. Talking about you a killer, man.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 39.
Hey, that's proud as hell, man. To walk by the men of the Lord, and we being peaceful to brothers, man. Talking about I ain't got time for that today. I'm a gangster. What's that supposed to mean to us, man?
Say he on some gangster shit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me.
Hey, man, if you a murderer or you a killer, the Lord did it, man. Go ahead.
I kill and I make alive.
The Most High killed and he make alive. And you a damn fool if you try to take credit from the Most High.
I wound and I heal.
And he wounds and he healed, man.
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
And can't nobody deliver. The Most High want to judge that man and destroy him for his word. The Lord will do it. He can't stop it. With all his gangster and all his killing ways, he can't stop it, man. Right? Give me Matthew 10 and 37. Bring this up.
It's Colossians chapter 2, verse 9. For in him dwelleth all the
2 and 8.
Colossians chapter 2 and verse said 6.
Yeah, Matthew 2 and 8.
2 and 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. After
that man was
man.
And that man was deceived, man. By through philosophy and vain deceit. He watched too many movies, man. Right? He watched too many movies.
Come.
And he was deceived by the philosophies of this world. Because the world told you had power to do these things, man. Right? The world told him he was a gangster, he was a nigga and a thug. Right? Talking about he on some gangster stuff, man. Right? You a prince, man. You an Israelite, man. You God's chosen people, man. Right? How did you become a damn gangster, man? Go ahead.
And rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
Not after the Hamashiach, man. Because you of the world, man. And the world told these people on this sign that they were thugs and gangsters and killers and they wasn't nothing, man. Right? The brother didn't say he was a righteous brother. Right? Our people glorify in wickedness, man. Right? Hey, the Lord said, thou shalt not kill. So what the hell are you talking about? You boastfully, proudly saying you're a killer. You should be ashamed of that, man. Go ahead.
Book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day.
We got to be careful what we say, man. The Most High, every idle word you say, you're going to have to give an account thereof, man. Go ahead.
Give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words shalt thou be condemned.
And we're going to be justified by our words because we speaking thus saith the Lord. We ain't speaking no worldly stuff. We read the scriptures, man. That's why we meditate on the precept and the word always coming out our mouth. We ain't walking about just saying random stuff, man. Because we fear the Lord, man. Brother mess around and get jammed up, man. Next we leave and he hemmed up on the ground by the police, man.